Now the cello, when you're if I'm reading guitar, you treble clef. What does cello use?
Cello uses all the clefs
Okay.
except for alto. It's usually bass clef. Just because of the notes and so many ledger lines, they'll skip to tenor clef
Okay.
occasionally, but then just treble. I don't really understand the need for tenor. I mean, just bass and then straight to treble would be fine, but
Right. Yeah.
pit books are the worst. I mean, you'll be in bass clef and then all of a sudden you're in treble with some high note. It's like what?
Yeah.
So
That'd be weird to follow, I think.
yeah.
Yep. Um, I have printed out like some general music education questions, not the ones that I asked earlier. I'm going to give you a couple of these if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay. And some of them might, obviously, some of the answers might overlap with what you mentioned earlier. Um, okay. This is a good one. How do you individualize learning in your classes?
Well, that's based off of their individualized performance evaluations. So, like weekly, they'll have to play for me, and I can just see everything that they're doing. And what the great thing, I've been using Google Classroom for years for this. My students who've had me before are very used to playing for a screen and or for a camera and posting their playing assignment. And then I just go through, they're very short, so you can just zero in on the skill and then tell them what they're doing right and what they need to fix. And they end up with this portfolio of playing assessments and they actually see themselves grow.
Yeah.
So that's how I do it.
And are they doing like video of themselves playing, or you're seeing it
Yeah, they
live?
do a video. There's special requirements, like I have to see both hands, and yeah. Hmm.
Well, I know that the online instruction, a lot of people, obviously, it's not the same as being in the same room, but like just that aspect of I have to make a video of what my teacher wants me to play. It's like a performance. You have that camera in front of you, and it
Hmm.
makes you take it. I always think that helps me. Like I'm going to make a video of the song, I have to get it really good.
Yeah,
So it's like a mini performance. So that's one of the
yeah.
good things coming out of what's happening right now. Um, so do you have you ever taught online classes before?
No, but I did my master's degree online as a student, so I kind of get what's going on right
Okay.
now.
Yep. Yep. Because I just started getting into a lot of these things right when this happened, and actually had some presentations all lined up regarding classroom teaching and a lot of the individualized things I do online with my
Hmm.
students outside lessons. Like I give them lots of exercises, like speed training and stuff like that. Um, so it actually it was very useful for what's happening right now, but all those conferences got canceled, so I wasn't able to speak at them. But
Oh,
it basically had to do with like I'm creating all this online content for my students when they're out because I have them like you're seeing the student. Well, traditionally you see the students like each week,
every
right?
day.
Yeah, so I see students once a week,
Yeah.
and the practice time is key. So I'm always like, here's
Mhm.
this exercise, here's this video, just to keep them on track as
Yeah.
best as I can. So I think, do you think a lot of the content you've been working on creating, even when we're back to in person, you'll be able to use in your instruction?
I do. I've actually, I've just thought of another activity that I did for differentiation. It's like choose your own adventure assignments. So it's a grid, and there's all these choices that kids can pick from. And some of that I've peppered in music performance, music theory, and then music evaluation, where they watch something and have to evaluate it. So there's like different components, and students who maybe do feel too nervous about doing that video, hey, maybe they can do their music theory, you know, worksheets online that they have to do, these games that we're doing. Or one of them is even record a podcast about something about music. That's them in their own mind thinking through a topic and
Yep.
sharing that. That's
Yep.
awesome.
Yep.
So I think it's really important. I would actually do that all the time. And that's like a way for them to have homework, but it's meaningful and they get to choose.
Right.
So I think that's been a really great outcome of this forward thinking and thinking outside the box.
Yep. Now, have you been using? You mentioned Soundtrap earlier. Have you been using that in your classes at all
I
yet?
We
Or?
just got accounts and I haven't set that up yet. I have used GarageBand for myself, but not with the students yet because we haven't had devices with GarageBand yet.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
Soundtrap, I'm really excited to. I need to get some more lessons behind me on how to teach and use that. I have some ideas, but yeah,
yeah, I can help you with that.
that'd be
But
awesome.
I've been playing around with it for a while. Yeah. So one thing I like to use it for is because it's even fun just to drag loops in,
Yeah,
and then you can just create like musical. You can talk about musical form, like this
yeah,
up to 16 measures, and we're going to switch to a different and just playing with the loops, and they all make them all the same key. So you can make the loops fit together, and then just you could have them improvise with it,
yeah.
all sorts of stuff.
That's awesome.
But there's a lot with Soundtrap. Yeah, that's cool, and they can put their note flight compositions in there too.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait.
Yeah, but there's so much to learn. It takes a while. Each new software just takes a while to dig in and understand it. And I'm teaching you know Colin Murphy,
Hmm.
his son who's 9. I think I said 8 last time, and I got corrected by
Oh
him. He
yeah.
found
Oh
out.
yeah. You can't mess up a kid's
Well,
number.
we're doing electronic music using Soundtrap. So just he's making
Oh, cool.
using loops, and we started playing with the keyboard with it, but he likes the loops a lot. So I'm just letting him get, and plus he's learning all the editing and stuff with it. But yeah, just creating music. The loops can be fun too because like you got a chance to play with orchestras before. I've never had it. I played with bands. I played with some bigger bands, but I always thought it'd be amazing to be sitting on a stage with that many people, that many instruments, and play. So the closest I can get is I can use all these sounds in recording.
Yeah.
I can't. I would like to be able to hire 50 musicians to come out and record my piece, but I can't do it. Um, have you played with the school orchestras? Are you doing so? No other orchestra performances lined
I
up at
was
all?
I was playing with the Croswell Opera House Pit Orchestra. I had all the summer shows and fall. I had been playing there for over a year, and those have gone away right now. So those were my Adrian family out there. I don't play with currently a community orchestra or anything like that. I mean, I play so much out with Adam and other friends and do so many recording studio gigs. That's my wheelhouse right now. I
Right.
don't.
Yep.
I do miss playing orchestral literature, but I just love playing my instrument and just being
Yeah.
free with it.
Yeah. And it's a lot to organize to get all those folks together. And plus, it's not good to get all those folks together right now.
Not right now.
The same room. So pre-COVID, I know that I've been playing with Adam for quite a while, and I don't know, like I know he travels quite a bit, but have you done a lot of the road trips with him,
Oh yeah,
traveling
almost
for gigs? Well,
a lot.
how far, like where are some of the places you've done gigs at where you toured?
Well, I mean, all over Michigan. You know, I guess the farthest away would be the Ordock Brewery up in Marquette. And
Okay.
then we've
Yeah.
gone as far south as Naples Beach Brewery in Florida.
Yep.
We've done some Florida tours, a couple of those, and with the kids. And then we've gone out far west as Boulder, Colorado, and maybe farther west. I can't remember if we went anywhere else farther than that.
Yep.
Whistle Pig Brewery out that way.
Okay. Cool.
And so, yeah, pretty far.
How is it traveling with Adam?
It's awesome. We love to be in the car together. Like if we want to have a date, we just go get in the car and drive.
I say that because I've driven across the country, across west the country with Adam and out to New York City. I've done a lot of traveling with Adam, but I was much younger then. I
He's
can't.
fun.
Yep, I can't sit in the car that long anymore. I like to travel, but I don't like sitting in the car. My
Mhm.
problem. Yep. Um, I thought I heard something behind me. What are some of the things you do to prepare for a gig? Like you have your cello, and you don't need to bring a lot of pedals and stuff. But what are some of the things you did to prepare?
I mean, obviously, like the maintenance of your instrument is really important. You know, having good strings, making sure your bow's rehaired. Those are just normal professional musician things. But um, just really listening to the music. Especially if you're doing a studio gig, recording for somebody, you need to listen and ingrain those songs in your head for like a week before you're going in there. Coming in with a plan. You never know what the producer is going to want you to do. So I come in with like maybe three different ways that I could play this, or ranges, or pizzicato. and then this lovely line, or things like that. Come in prepared with different ideas, I guess. Bag of
Yeah.
tricks.
Yep. Cool. One thing I always tell my guitar students, I'm like, listening, they want to learn a piece. I'm like, if you really want to do it really good, learn all the guitar parts. Guitar one, guitar two, guitar three. Learn what the bass line is doing. Learn what the piano is doing. All those things you can contribute with ideas from.
Yeah,
But
and
that's
you have to find where you fit in. That's
yeah,
what being a great musician is in a group, or complementing another musician, is finding out where your part fits the most. And if they want you to go for it, you got to be ready.
yeah,
If you're being hired to play a solo here, then you got to bring it.
yep, yep,
So,
for sure. And practicing like an improvised solo,
yes.
you can still practice those,
Oh yeah.
right, over and over again.
Oh
Band in
yeah.
the Box was a huge discovery for me back in 2000 some seven maybe,
Hmm.
and it sounded goofy back then, but I still loved it. I could put chord progressions in and rehearse with them. Um, we look through some of these other questions. How do you cope with stress? That's one of these questions. I'm not going to ask that. There's a couple. How do you cope with stress, and how will you manage and protect the school's equipment? I don't really want to know those.
Okay.
Oh, this is always something that I've been interested in, because I started teaching. I did study music education, and I started doing the classroom visits, like way back, at the end of college. And I decided, I kind of noticed the school bureaucracy and managing a group of high school students or middle school students. And I said, I don't want to do that. So I focused on private instruction. And it wasn't until later I got back into that. But pre-COVID, sitting in a room, how many students would you have in a room? Like an orchestra
Um,
classroom?
I've had up to 72 in an orchestra before,
Is that
and
middle?
that's strings only. That was high school.
Okay.
Middle school, I've had 90 in sixth grade, but not in front of me. My
Not,
classes were like 25 each.
yeah. Okay.
Um, so I guess the biggest class in front of me would have been around 655, 60.
And that's high school or middle school?
That's middle school.
Okay. So middle, okay. So yeah,
In
55.
elementary, I've had some big classes in my life,
Yeah.
like 90 kids in the same room. Yeah,
Well,
elementary. Yeah.
I wonder, how do you control, like, especially middle school? Because we were bad to our teachers in middle school, and I feel horrible about it now. Especially like my choir teacher. I remember we just gave her a hard time, and she was just trying. But how do you control that and behavior manage that many students? I mean, I assume you would be good at it.
You're a cheerleader, number one. You're
Yeah.
louder than them. You're
Yep.
louder than they could ever be. You have to have more energy than they have,
Yep.
and you have to keep it consistently structured. But one of the things that you have to do is greet them at the door, and like they have to buy in, and they have to like you in order to learn. So just like complimenting them or noticing things, and then they know you know. Oh, they're watching me. They like my sweatshirt. They saw me,
Yep.
or whatever it is. So it's the connection piece, and if you're genuine, you're not fake about it. They'll come in. They'll be
Yep.
fine. And again, it's all about structure and comfort. They have to like you and feel safe in your room. And once you have that, you can do anything.
Yep. Yeah, that makes kind of funny. Like when I first started in group classes, it was pre-K. And one thing I did was I learned, I played a song where I went one by one and I sang something about what they're wearing,
Mm-hmm.
like pink boots or a
When they love it.
Batman shirt. And then, yeah, they all I drew them all in.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh
was a
yeah.
great, that was a
They're
great,
looking at themselves and looking what's he gonna say about me?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
noticed they started wearing like certain clothing on days when I came in, and they'd be
Mm-hmm.
like this.
And they're like,
Yeah. And sometimes
yep.
they get mad, like if they're showing a necklace or a hat or something, and I said like their shoes, they would get mad. But cool. Um, go to these other ones. I was gonna try some new games, but I didn't get time to prepare them. Yeah, do you have your cello with you?
I have one nearby. I have a violin and viola hanging on my wall too.
Well, maybe you want to try one?
Um,
It puts you on the spot performing.
okay. Oh dear Lord.
Oh.
You want violin or cello?
Let's do cello.
Okay, there's my actual green
Oh,
screen
cool. Yeah. Okay, I know where you're at now, I think.
in my living room.
Yep. Okay. Okay, so this it's a little composition exercise.
Okay.
Like it could be double stops or a bass line or whatever, but what's a key that's good for the cello?
G.
Okay, we'll do the key of G. And if you notice on my spin the wheel, this I have there's 7 numbers. So that's the 7 notes.
Okay.
But we'll call them by the chord name. So key of
Okay.
G, I'm going to spin the wheel, and how about we do a 4-chord progression? Sound good? You might need to write the chords down.
Yeah, I'm a very short-term memory loss.
Yeah, me too.
person.
Me too.
Oh, good. Okay.
In fact, I just did a practice bits lesson doing this, and I had to write them down. Okay, key of G. I'm going to spin the wheel.
Okay.
Okay,
G.
G is the first chord.
Okay.
I should have put Roman numerals on here. But so for the kids out there watching, 1 is the 1 chord in G. It is G. Yep. 1 chord. All right. Ready for chord number 2?
Yes.
Four chord.
Yay. C.
So this would sound good with a guitar.
This is great.
4 chord. I like
This would better be 5 next.
yeah, so far you're getting the pretty
Or
much
6. I mean, whatever. Cool.
Here we
I
go,
want
chord.
the spinner.
6. You almost got the
called
diminished.
it.
You almost got the diminished. Okay, E minor.
Yeah, this is a great.
And if as we go through this, it's probably like 8,000 songs that you already know and play.
Yeah, did you plan this?
I didn't plan
great.
it. I didn't plan it to go on these chords, but all right. Chord number 4. The 3 chord. So B minor.
Okay.
So you can that's your chord progression.
All right.
You can do whatever you want. It can be like a bass line or just a double stop progression, but the idea is
one measure for each or what?
Yeah, basically that's it. They basically equal. Yep. But that's not in stone. You can play around with that.
All right.
You can
I
make
guess
them.
I can't do any beats because should I put on a beat? I don't know. All right.
I would clap a beat for you, but we'd be off.
No, that would be awful. I could probably put on a beat. No. No, I don't have that set up. Okay. All right. There we go.
Yeah. So right. That was the first try, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oops.
Okay, cool. I love it. And I think the one chord that was the challenge was that B minor at the end, but that little riff you played made it sound super cool.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna grab. Hold tight 1 second.
Okay.
So the way I like to show students that, because it's so, if you just spend a little time playing around with a simple idea like that, I mean, it sounded cool. Could be the next big hit.
Yeah.
It could be the next Billie Eilish song. I'm gonna try.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of Billie Eilish, I did this guy. He made an ocarina out of 2 different sized pumpkins.
Yeah.
And he did that Billie Eilish song, and he played it with it, and
wow.
made his own loop of the bass line with a bass guitar with his feet. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like so many cool people out there.
I'm gonna try your composition on my
Okay.
guitar. Okay, I gotta move my mic.
Got it.
I could do it.
Yeah, that was it. Good job. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's one way I like to always introduce games of chance into music because it gets you out of ruts.
I love that. I love that spinner.
Yeah, this is a free app. It is called. It's called. What is it called? Spin the wheel.
And was 4 green?
Yeah, you can make your own. Yeah, you can make your own wheels.
Oh, because I'm using colors with scale degrees right now.
Oh yeah. So if I go,
and I'm using the hook theory ones because I want to use that. Oh,
yeah. So
no
like,
way.
what color is your one chord?
Red, and then 4 green is 4 and blue is 5.
So yeah, you just go. Okay, I want.
Yeah, color. I'm totally gonna use that. That's awesome.
Yep, you can make it any color. There, now it's 4. Yeah, so you can, yeah, that's cool because a lot of the kids' xylophones are all color coded.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, so you see the one chord as red in your mind, or is that you're just choosing a color?
I mean, that's the color of boom whackers, like you just said, a xylophone, the bell kits, the like hook theory, like pretty much it's sort of like rainbowish, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I see certain chords. I see as certain colors. Right? I don't see them. I don't see them, but I kind of imagine them as.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm too literal, I think.
Oh yeah. You ever listen to Scriabin?
Oh yeah.
Look, didn't he have lots of colors?
Actually, I played a few pieces in college. We did the New Music and Art Festival at Bowling Green, and we played some Scriabin pieces. It was wicked hard and crazy.
Yeah. I use this wheel once in a while at shows too. Like of the audience spin it, and it might go like Elvis, Beatles, or country, jazz, blue, all sorts. Just to,
that's fun.
You start to lose the audience. And like, okay, it's spin the wheel time. And
cool.
You go to the drunkest table and you have them spin the wheel, and everybody loves it. Yep. All right, cool. Well, whoops. Oh. I almost hit restart.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I did.
I'm going back here.
Okay, cool. Well, I think that's all my questions. Do you have anything you wanted to add?
I don't think so. I mean, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah, we will. I'm going to be cutting to some of the performances that you sent in there, and those were from the Broken Slipper sessions.
Just slipper sessions.
Slipper sessions
at the Broken Branch.
At the Broken Branch. Okay. Yep. And some of those that Queen of Spain, Key on the Kite, and October Leaving is the Mike Gentry one, right?
Yeah.
I'll put some of his links up.
I think I put the Queen of Spain in there because it was one of the first times we really recorded me looping on the cello. I do a cello choir stack at a certain spot.
Oh, cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I started using I'm going to start using my Boss looper pedal again. But I don't have a power cable for it, so I'm waiting for that to come in the mail. But I might need some looper lessons from you guys.
Yeah, Adam's the one. I don't know how he does it all.
Well, he's controlling your loop with his feet, right?
Yeah, he does it.
Okay. Yeah. It takes some practice. I started using it, but I wasn't that great at it. I was always off or something. All right, cool. Well, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a great day at school tomorrow.
Thank you.
We'll see you. Yep. Thanks, Sarah.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, I am afraid. Won't be the last chance nor the last one that'll take. The little love could dash and nets and some balls. We'll get to see what Pandora's saw. The lessons I learned I won't quickly forget. Maybe wise, but on this I'm gonna place my bet. I may be simple, but there are things a simple man knows. Like you got to plant a seed before you can see it grow. Put your key upon the kite. Quickly forget. Maybe unwise, but on this I'm gonna place my bet. I may be simple, but there are things a simple man knows. Like you got to plant a seed before you can see it grow. Put your key upon the kite. Tell you how this story begins. The lessons we learn we won't quickly forget. We may be unwise, but on this we're gonna place our bet. We may be simple, but there are things that us simpletons know. Like you got to plant a seed before you can see it grow. Put your key upon the kite.